Oh, poor Lieutenant. Oh, poor Mr. Sir. Poor Mr. Bird. My great grandmother's parrot. This 100 proof here, the hard stuff, the alky, is for him. Says that was my no, that wasn't supposed to sound like a burp to turn into throw up. This is supposed to sound like the drowned drunk, hiccups, Nez. Um, so he's 35, family friend, family member actually, family slave more like. You wore an ankle bracelet, live in a cage, and didn't get much out time. But he lived with my grandmother for, well, he lived with the my immediate family for 11 years. He moved in here. He was here for maybe close to a half year, and then he keeled over probably from unable to make the transition from one living area to another. Something he had something of a cabin fever, and then eventually I think he may have hit a heart attack and passed away. Within 20 minutes of me just standing there watching him, not sure what to do. Said, yeah, I called the fam and was like, hey, we should bring him to the vet, and they're like, oh, he'll be fine, and then he wasn't, so we buried him the next day. Said, but he lived with my great grandmother Phoebe on my Swiss side. She was born in Switzerland in 1908. She was Albert Hoffman's first cousin. Lived with the Hoffman families, the inventor from Sandoz that synthesized lysergic acid diethylamine 25. Well, she lived with him from 1908 when she was born till say 1930 something when she was captured by the Nazis in the Holocaust concentration camps. So the Blitzkriegs and the Gestapo's on Switzerland. So he managed his own way in a separate path, and she was rescued and brought to America, where she worked in Manhattan for 50 years. So at first designing clothes, and then working for the Hiltons and the Trumps, some kind of prestigious something. Now, also her brother's invention made her quite wealthy, in some respect. Although that money, um, firsthand, is illegal. After laundered, could have been used. I think she wound up using acid money from her brother. When normal wages from Manhattan work, designing clothes, and then whatever she was doing for the Hiltons and Trumps was kind of fishy, suspicious. But she passed. She retired. She became my great grandmother. When I was born, way back, just the ass end of '89 there, as well says in this chapter. That and then well, she had a parrot a few years before I was born, and then she when she passed away in '08, she left the parrot to the family, and then he passed away just a week and a day ago, I think. So no, her maiden name Hoffman, like Albert Hoffman. Yep, the blood. She'd be a blood donor for him if he was still alive. In some respect, the first cousin, same last name, lived in the same place in Switzerland before the Nazis ruined everything. This is why we can't have nice friends, nice things. It's why we can't have nice things. There's Nazis around instead of Captain Morgan rum happies and OG Rockstar this and that. So I'm gonna set the cam down on the fridge and then go ahead and slug a cold one for Lieutenant. Bring it back outside for a smoke set. Ugh. Here's the drinking to my deceased lieutenant, Matt. Mr. Sir, Mr. Sir. 5 o'clock coffee stop with Mr. Bird and Mr. Sir. Woohoo, woohoo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He didn't say what I think he did he? Well, we used to do that at home. We used to do that. Oh, let me drink first. Which was Mr. Sir and which was Mr. Bird again? He was just a parrot with multiple names. We loved the guitar and making a big old distraction at 5 o'clock when we finally be loud. The man upstairs held a 9 to 5 day job, worked at home office when applicable, and if he was denied his work at home office, it'd be called to Washington D.C. for some kind of department and something some or other. So 5 o'clock, he'd come running down the stairs, and I'd turn on the radio and I'd plug the guitar, and he would be all up, whoa, 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 you know. Of course, we'd get up at 10 in the morning and just slink and work in that room for photo mining and data entry and not much else. I've been staring at the farber wires there so I could go ahead and slit my throat, pull the tongue out, tie it in a bow, and then waddle around like a penguin in my tux. So one of the larger Swedes will pat me on my head until none of that ever happened, and it was replaced with a wad of cash in the breast pockets. Dreams of Swedish House. This isn't even my apartment is how I says, because I only have 30 days left on the lease, or something like the 40, 45 or 50. So speaking of 45, say chick 2 1 chick